So, good evening. Welcome back to another channel. Tonight, I'm John and I'm with Brandon from Nftv. And good evening to you, Brandon.
Good evening, John. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, mate. Just on a stream with Holly Blades, and she's absolutely amazing yet again. And done a press conference actually with her. So, yeah, how's things with you?
Not bad, not bad. Just have no idea how to feel about tomorrow. It's a
Yeah.
massive game, though.
Oh no, it's a huge game tomorrow because that's the game we need to win. Because if Fulham win that game, we're going to be in the bottom three, and then we don't do pressures at Newcastle sort of thing. So hope we get a response from them. So if all I'm going to say is if you do like the videos, could you please stick a like on my video and also smash the subscribe button as well, and also leave your comments and sections down below. And that's exactly what Paul has done. Ian and lads. Did you read about John Gibson and the Chronicles dead? I heard it on NEFC Matters last night. He said he won't be sacked. There are several reasons for it. One of the most being that he isn't the way it actually operates. Absolutely crap. He doesn't believe that. I'm not watching the game tomorrow and that I just cannot do it. I set off for 4 episodes of Back in Hunt. I'm back
That's a strong statement, though, man.
Yeah,
that's a really strong.
Not
watch the game.
Yeah,
because I still always love to. I always love to watch the tune. You know, still even though we crap, it's always like get on nuts. Come on, maybe we'll be surprised with a good tweet or whatever.
Yeah, man.
But not possible for me. Like.
Yeah, I know. But at the end of the day, Sophie, like you got to watch your team, and you know, I know it's tough in a minute. It's tough watching a minute, but you still got to watch your team. And I'm doing this podcast as well. So I've done it for a couple of months, you know, and properly now, and I've done it for a couple of months. Then I had to give it up because I wasn't getting enough people. But now I'm 10 away from 500, and you know what it is, so Brandon, I'm just so made up. I mean, 490 subscribers I've got, absolutely amazing, and. You know, it's just I've got Holly here. Hello again, John. Hope you're well, Brandon. That's from Holly.
I'm well, Holly. Thank you so much. You had a good stream with John.
She is amazing.
I just like your stream, John. I wanted to say that and clear that out. You have a good stream, and I hope you're getting bigger soon as well. You're having good guest ons as well. So I think you had Liam on as well last week or something, wasn't it?
I had him last week. That's twice I've had him now, and he's a great lad, and he knows how his tie on the boot sort of thing, you know. And yeah, he's a great lad. That's a guy.
I think in that stream, your mom also made a small appearance, didn't she?
Say again?
Do you remember? I think your mom had a small appearance in that stream as well.
Yeah, he did. I went on the Nftv screen as well against United. So
we had some small banter in the group about it. It was nice though.
I know. I've got Carl Bryant. Good evening, Carl. Hope you're okay, mate. I must go on your show again soon. And Tom said even John Joel Shelby too. And Paul as well. Right, what we're going to talk about tonight, okay? We're going to talk about like a little bit of Steve Bruce. I don't know if you've seen the photo last Sunday against Man United when he had a joke and a laugh with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. Holly was absolutely furious about it, which I think she's quite right. I'm not very happy about it. What's your take on it, kid?
Yeah, I understand though why people are furious. Definitely, don't get me wrong. But his explanation sort of makes sense, if you know what I mean. But you know the camera's on you, and to do that in front of the camera, you're just gonna piss off people, especially on a lose. So, but his explanations made sense, you know. Like he said, I know Ole already for a long time. He said we played well, which we actually did. We were the better side, in my opinion. Manchester United didn't deserve to win, so I can understand if Ole says to him like, "Yeah, good game. You played well. You can have a small laugh," but I don't know. It was a very generous laugh, though.
I know. In my opinion, he should have done the dressing room. Should have done in the dressing room. I mean, I listened to Steve yesterday, and he basically said the same thing. He said that you're going to do things like that, do it in the dressing room. Do not do it in front of the cameras, joking and laughing where you don't see it. But he left himself wide open, Bruce. He really did, and he is under serious pressure. I'm talking about under serious pressure. Do you think he's under pressure?
Well, you could see the press conference, right? You saw it. I've seen bits of it.
Yeah,
He was snappy. So, and it was a journalist, I think, who said something about the fans and everything, and he snapped at him basically. So
yeah.
that says enough for me. I think he can feel the pressure, even though imagine if the fans would be in the stadium. He feels
Yeah.
the pressure already now, only from social media. Imagine a full St. James's Park.
Yeah.
He will be out already, I think, if fans were allowed at the stadium.
Totally agree with you, man. Definitely, he would have been sacked too. He would not be in manager now because it would have been toxic and it would have been absolutely awful for Bruce. And don't forget, man, his health is not very good as well. Look at this, Ryan Taylor said about a month ago, said that his health is not very good for the sake of his career, the sake of his health. He should walk away from Newcastle now.
But in the end, I don't think health is not really that important when you're just a manager. You know, like what if Bruce was a great manager and his health wasn't great, but he brought on the right players and his tactics were on point? Would we hear about his health then? I don't think so.
Probably not. But but he is under pressure, in my opinion. But what can you do? I just hope he gets the result for the right reasons tomorrow, which I'll come on to later on. So we talked about his press conference, and we do miss Callum Wilson badly, don't we? We miss Callum Wilson so badly, don't we? Up front.
Yeah, for sure. Not much to say about. That's our only goal scorer, basically. Apart from the few single goals that we picked up from other people.
Yeah. Oh man, got Liam here. So Brandon is a rap version of Liam. Oh, bless him.
I will always be in Liam's shadow. I know it. I accepted it, man.
I'll try and get on the section on Sunday, man. You know what I mean? But yeah,
and he's probably going to clip it. He's probably going to clip this down and show it me every time when I say something stupid in our group chat.
Yeah. And you also close to 500, yeah? I am another 10 more to go, so please smash the subscribe button. I need 10 more for 500, and I'll
John,
be absolutely.
After the stream, I will ask my girlfriend to subscribe to your channel as well.
Thank you very much indeed, man.
That's a promise.
Thank you very much. That'd be much appreciated if you did. So yeah, I mean, I want to talk about last week's game against Man U, 3-1. We played well in the first half, but in the second half, we just didn't really let a glove on United, didn't we? Sort of thing. I mean, once the second goal went in, when Matic did a lovely piece of skill, went on to Dan James and he scored from that, it was game over. And then the third goal, Joe Willock, which I'm going to come on to later, sort of thing, gave a penalty away, and then it was definitely game over.
That wasn't a penalty, though. Come on, man. Really, I'm still convinced that he didn't even touch him. Really,
you're right.
And if he touched him, it was like very light, and I don't think that should be a penalty at all.
Yeah.
For me, it was another joke.
I see that again.
After the 2-1, I felt like the game was over.
Yeah. Maguire. When Maguire actually elbowed as well in the box. VAR didn't check it out. I mean, VAR didn't check it out as well. VAR's supposed to be there to check out incidents as well, and they haven't even used it. It wasn't a penalty, and they should have looked at Maguire's foul as well.
But right. I'm more surprised that they didn't look at the VAR, or at least the ref was asked to come to the sideline, have a watch on the situation of the penalty situation. I'm talking about that. He didn't even got, because the VAR has to see it. It is like not 100% a penalty, right? So then most of the times VAR asked the ref to come to the sideline and check it and let him make the decision himself. So, and that didn't even happen. So why not? And they never explained why they didn't. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
looks fishy to me. And it's always again Man United having a penalty
all the time, and you guarantee Bruno's gonna score every single time for the penalty. But he had a shot saved against us, and he missed 2 penalties this season. But like I said, if you look at that sort of thing as well, we're talking about the Wolves game tomorrow at St James's Park. And it looks, I mean, apparently Federico Fernandes could be back, but according to Steve Bruce in the press conference, said it could be a bit too early for him. Callum Wilson's definitely out. Fabian Schär's definitely out. McCreel's definitely out as well. I mean, who would you play up front tomorrow?
To Cody, for example, I would. I don't know. It's like, do you want to make promos for Cody in the back, and then you would definitely bring Carroll in. But I think Fight Gale could be a little bit more lethal in that way, as he is smaller and faster. And with the likes of ASM, hopefully Ryan Fraser and Miggy, we can make something work.
Yeah,
but maybe with Ryan Fraser in, if he will be starting, I hope Carroll in a way, because he gets that flow and assist. He gets the crosses in, because that's I have to make a stand though for Ryan Fraser a bit. That all the time he came in, there was a lot more balls going in the 16-yard box. So,
yeah. I mean,
but for that, Gale is not the man. I think then you should go with Carroll, because it looks like Joe Linton is out. He had a knock or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely take Andy Carroll all day long. Okay, he's not been scoring. He's scored one goal this season, but talking around Fraser, I mean, he needs to pick up, because I spoke to Holly and we both agreed that we're a bit disappointed with this guy. And, when he got sent off against Sheffield United, he didn't really care in the world. But I like Ryan Fraser. I think he's a good player. But
yeah, but
he's very
I don't think he's that bad though, as you and Holly said. Like, really.
I mean,
all the time he came in, he brought something, and at least we looked more dangerous when Ryan Fraser came in. Yeah. So I don't think we should. I always said already for a few weeks, like, we should give Ryan Fraser more a good run of games to get him in this rhythm, and then because I saw him improving week after week, so I would start him definitely tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll play him and ASM. I mean, you have to now. We have to persevere, Ryan. And listen, I'm not against Ryan Fraser. I think he's a good player, but at the end of the day, I don't want the attitude he brings with Bournemouth into Newcastle. I don't want that, because at the end of the day, right, he's got a clean slate, and on his day, he's a good player, but he just wants to play in games. He don't want to be dropped. So
but from what you make up, his attitude is shit. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely play him, and I'll play ASM as well. But you're right. But I see what you mean.
No, I'm asking you, John. Like, you say your attitude. You say Ryan Fraser's attitude is shit. So out of curiosity, why you think his attitude is shit?
No, I'm just saying, sort of thing. Like, he only had one good game for us. Right, and but some of the times he just doesn't really perform, but that's because he hasn't been playing as much.
That's what I mean. It's always all the time, 20 minutes max.
Yeah, I'll definitely play him. I'll definitely play him on Saturday, definitely, because he needs the games, and I just hope he does well. And he needs to run the games. He has to play, definitely play. I mean,
you know who needs games as well.
Say again.
I say, you know who needs games as well.
Go on.
Martin Dubravka.
Definitely. Number one keeper.
I said it already for months after he was declared healthy to play and match fit. I said, start. Okay, I understand you don't drop Darlow immediately, but after 2 or 3 games, you saw Darlow getting a little bit more shaky. The least, I think, and Martin Dubravka had a good game in the. I think it was it the FA Cup? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's also
in the FA. Yeah, and you already saw Martin Dubravka saved us a few times in the FA Cup. What can I say? Like, I've been saying it. They say, yeah, you're biased. You like Czech Republic or you like Slovakia, whatever. Yes, I'm a bit biased, but if you look to it, very honest, he's just a slightly better goalkeeper.
100%. 100%. I mean, don't get us wrong, Darlow started well, and then the last couple of weeks he's been making mistakes. But Martin Dubravka should be the number one keeper. No doubt about it. Because at the end of the day, you play your best player in a situation like this, you play your best players, your best 11. Martin Dubravka is number one keeper.
And not get it twisted though, like Darlow saved points for us for sure. But last week, let's face it, he cost us points. The goal from Rashford, I think actually 2 times. The goal from Rashford and the goal, it was 2 times in the nearest post corner. So I don't know, like especially the first goal of Rashford could have been saved.
Yeah, he didn't cover.
And all the people saying about Dubravka has mistakes, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I cannot really name much of them, at least. Like, and every goalkeeper has mistakes. Even the world's best world goalkeepers have mistakes. So
yeah, even the best keepers in the world makes mistakes as well. Do you know what I mean? I've seen them happen before. So I got Liam Kia saying that total agree Fraser needs to run the games, which I agree. And Holly said Fraser has the ability, but his mentality is bad.
But why though? How?
And that comes to Holly. And Dubravka, Darlow, all day long for me, easy choice. Dubravka for Darlow, easy choice all day long. I agree with you there, Holly. Thomas says has to play ASM and Fraser together. And Paul says, Holly, agree totally. So, going back, I mean, Steve Bruce has come out and he said that he's never had a chance to see ASM and Ryan play together. And yet, after 6 or 7 games, he hasn't done it. But last Sunday, tried against Man U. What do you think?
Yeah, he said it in the press conference 1 week before the Man U game. I think, like, if he had a chance to play ASM, Fraser, Miggy, and I think Wilson actually as well on top, he would have done it. Well, Wilson wasn't possible, so that's forgiven. But besides that, he could have played all 3 of them, and he didn't. So
Contradicting himself.
It's like it's mad. But what I made, if I have to believe that Jonjo in his interview today spoke all the truth, right? He said basically, like, Steve Bruce is a coach that if he sees you don't put in the graft, he takes you out. So if that's true, that might explain a little bit why he's changing the formation so much. But I don't know, man. It doesn't even make sense because Shelby doesn't run a lot, but he said he does in his interview. He said, I work my ass off for this manager, but I don't really see it. Miggy runs a lot, like Liam's saying. He's basically right about that. If he sees Miggy runs a lot, he should have been playing all week. But a few months ago, he wasn't playing all week. He wasn't a regular. So
I know. Well, the thing with the John Jill sort of thing, for me, it's my opinion, right? I mean, his legs is gone. I think he's finished. That's only my opinion. But again, you might think different. I could be wrong. But you said earlier on the earlier video, who else could we get to replace him? And for me, I mean, I would have said Sean Longstaff, but he's not going to play for the Blues again.
I would always all day go for Matty. Matty is the pit bull, and Matty. He really has a fighting spirit, and he bites he's really biting himself in his opponent. And don't, like, if you play against Matty, you don't have an easy day because he's all the way on you. And attacking wise, I think he's better than Sean actually as well. So I would play Matty all day long. I cannot even understand he's not in the squad, really. I'm baffled about that though.
Yeah, fair enough. Just got Holly in here again. I mean, might be on you as well. When you got the red card, that's against Sheffield United. You looked like you couldn't care less. Never seems to put in 100% effort for me. He had one good game. That's against Palace, in my opinion, where he was impressive. But apart from that, he's been poor.
I can agree to disagree. I don't really agree with it. Yeah, I know it's lowly, but I think, like, if I would get a red card when I still play football, I couldn't care less either. I never did. I never agreed with the ref.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he had more good games than Palace only. It was more like the problem is he never really got a full game. He always got like 10, 20 minutes. What can you show in 10 minutes? Yeah. And if he came in, he was actually more promising than, for example, last week, ASM.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, end of the day sort of thing. I'll give him these games out between now and the end of the season, and then see how he does from there. But you never know; you could turn it on, sort of thing. You just don't know. So I got Carl again. Who do you think should start at top?
I would say Gale, and I would see how the game progresses. But just depending on how the game goes, I would probably put in Carroll. It depends if we're down or winning. It's a tough one. I would start Gale for sure, and then maybe bring around 70 minutes, 65 minutes, depending on the score. Andy Carroll.
Cool. Fair enough. Got Carl again, my guy.
Because sorry, John. Because Andy Carroll, crazy enough, is always also good now defensively. So if you're up 1-0, whatever, you can bring him on in 65, 70 minutes because he comes back and do his defensive role, and he helps out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean that's a good quote, good shout, because he's not bad at defender, is he? As well, he does a good job. Which is quite useful because the guy is 6'4", so yeah, he's helpful. I mean, a lot of people are seeing that Andy Carroll should be our centre half for the future. Would you take that?
It's smart though, man. It's smart. Like he's, especially in a young age, he was great striker for us. But like, I don't know. If it would happen, it is definitely a thing that would happen under Steve Bruce. You know.
Yeah. That's a surprise.
Because we have seen already crazier things under him. Some worked out sorta, but like if there is a manager possible to do play Andy Carroll as a centre back, it has to be Steve Bruce.
Okay, cool. And I got Carl again. Andy obviously is in the answer going forward, but I think putting him in on Cody and trying to bring ASM and Fraser into the game. Brand off your maybes. Yeah. Good shout.
Yeah. I agree on that though.
Good shout. And I've got Holly again. Agree with Brandon. Cameron's a good player to bring on for the last 20 minutes or so if we're trying to keep a lead. I have to agree with that 100% there. I mean, if we're winning, get him on and then.
The problem is with Carroll as well though, like his age, his physical. Well, he's still strong, but like I don't think he can play a 90-minute game anymore.
Sure.
Unfortunately. So playing for 20, 30 minutes, yeah, he can definitely mean something. But
yeah, fair enough. I want to talk to you about Joe Willock as well. And when he first came to us, I mean, when he scored the first game against Southampton, he scored a good goal and I thought his breath of fresh air. And I thought he's the sort of player that we need for a long, long time. But the last couple of games after that sort of thing, okay, it was players that never was. I mean,
I think you're a little bit too tough there, though, John. Like, just give the guy a little bit of time, don't you think?
Yeah, like, definitely. I mean, definitely. Like, not just you got to give the lads.
I mean, I think you have to ask yourself, like, would you rather have Willock now or Sean Longstaff there?
Yeah, I'll give Willock a go because I'll give Willock a game because he's coming here for games and I don't mind seeing him playing. I think he's going to be decent for us, I believe, and that's you got to give the lad time. I mean, you got to see what he does, and for me, so far so good. I think he's doing okay. And what do you think?
I think the problem is a bit with Willock now is that he scored in his debut, and oh shit, Steve is back.
My boosh.
But I think the problem with Willock with Joe is that he scored on his debut, and now a lot of people after that game, I think it was versus Southampton, they expect immediately loads of him, but you cannot expect it from the guy that he immediately performs and keeps scoring every game.
Yeah.
So and it's not that he played bad, but the last couple of games. So I don't really think it's fair enough to write off Joe Willock immediately.
Oh man, definitely not. I mean, I'm saying this sort of thing. Like he'll definitely come back. I'm not going to slate Joe Willock because look, he's young, he's 21, and he's definitely in the games. And at the minute, I think he's doing okay. But he definitely needs to run the games. I've got Carl again still not left the club yet, Steve.
Hey, Steve Bruce, Carl's coming for you. I'm warning you.
Right.
Because
and then Paul said, "My God," and then Steve Bruce again. I'm the Messiah. Raw John Joe Reckons. So why would I leave?
Well, John Joe has to be scary as well for Carl because he went on a rant about John Joe. And funny enough, he had John Joe in the back of him. But besides that, like fair play, he had to go at John Joe for sure.
Well, at the end of the day, sort of thing, like, you know, I mean, what he said today, I mean, I don't agree that that's the spins and say, yeah, I know we're on, and they've got Ollie again. Yes, definitely playing Indio. We need to stick with him. She's right, you're right, and I'm right. Yeah, I mean, he has to play because you need legs in the midfield, and he offers legs in midfield, you know, and, you know, he's young, energetic, he's got energy about him, you know, and
we don't have much else, do we?
We haven't, done we? No.
Well, we got Anderson. I would personally, I would love to see a little bit more from Anderson actually, but I don't know. Like it feels like Bruce always goes to save, which he would go for his favorite player, his son, Jeff Hendrick. You know, instead of giving Matty or Anderson a chance.
Yeah, I like Anderson. He's young and he's got both feet, great both feet on him. I mean, listen, I've always said I believe in young players given their chance, and you know what it is, Matty, Sean, and Anderson as well. I like Anderson. When he came against Arsenal, he did more than a lot of players as well, and yeah, he's be a really good player.
But it's also so weird as well, John. Maybe you agree with me, but like. When we're going in a transfer window, we all say we don't want players from some certain age because they're too old or whatever. So we buy young players. But when it comes to a youth academy or whatever, like on the likes of Ivan Toney, Armstrong, Armstrong, we got Matty now, Sean. We don't really give them a fucking chance. Really, we loan them out and we sell them. And look at Toney and Armstrong now. Like. And where's Murray? Like, where's Anderson? He get 1 or 2 games, and that's it.
Yeah.
We say we want young players, but we rarely play them. So, what's the policy here? I don't understand.
You know what? You're absolutely right. You know what it is, right? I mean, it's just contradicting themselves. You know what I mean? Just cheating on the fans. You took a touch of Ivan Toney, right? He's rated at £25 million. Do you know what? I have him back tomorrow because do you know why? Because he scores goals. I know people's going to say, "Oh, he does in the Championship," but at the end of the day, I think he's a decent player. He's come on a lot.
He probably does better than Joe Linton. I will give them Joe Linton for free. Just swap them out straight away, and maybe give them £5 million extra with it as well.
Yeah, take Toney back, but actually, we'll not do that. He will not buy a player when he's already sold someone, right? And to pay more when he's selling something now.
But the problem is, John, he was our player, and we sold him.
You're right. Then he sells them to
same with Armstrong. It's mental.
Mental.
And now if we want Armstrong back, we need to pay 20 million quid.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Dumb as fuck.
Sad, but our club, man. Only our club does that. Talking about John Lynch, playing in there, blah blah blah, and stick with him. He just needs to stick with him. Steve. Paul said, "Holly, knowing our bad luck, he will get injured and he'll be out till the end of the season." And Steve Wilson said, "John Storr is a star in its own right. It's all about me. God bless him." Thanks, Steve, very much in that. Paul, he's a cart horse. And George said, even though I'd rather have had an Armstrong over Ivan Toney.
Yeah. Difficult one. Well, they're totally different players as well. So it's not really easy to compare.
Yeah.
I think it's basically about the basic formation you want to play. Starting off a season and then considering who you make your first striker.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I've got Steve again, Cart Horses, offended by that statement. And I've got Adam for Nftv, your guy, my guy. And he's wow. Says, John, would you like better, Liam or Brandon? Oh, man. They're both different people. I mean,
don't answer this.
Liam's more chatty.
Don't fall in his trap, Adam.
Hey.
Don't follow his trap of Adam because he's.
Listen, I always say they're both great guys in their Right.
John, even though you're older than me, let me give you an advice. Sometimes it's better not to answer.
Okay.
I will be your advocate. Don't answer this question. Just be silent.
I won't. Sorry, Adam. I was told not to answer that question, so I would not say that. So listen, you're all good guys, and we all love you. The chance you've done is creative sort of thing, and yeah, Adam's only joking. Yeah, Adam, we love you, baby. We love you all the time. These guys got us on this channel a couple months ago for the Leeds game, and you know what? It's just an honor to get in there, sort of thing. Listen, please smash the likes up to the video, and please subscribe if you are new. Also, subscribe and follow Brandon on Twitter as well.
Well, I'm not much on Twitter. Lee actually forced me to have Twitter to be up to date with the news and everything, but I don't really use it because it's not big in the Netherlands actually.
Yeah, so, man. Yeah, I know what you mean, but listen, the end of the day, sort of thing, it is what it is, what you prefer. I mean, I've got Facebook as well, but I don't go on Facebook a lot, you know, because it's more like
I use it a lot more, man. I use it a lot more, Facebook actually, or Instagram.
Fair enough. Insta's great. I still can't get over Insta. I cannot get over it at all, but I am trying my best, but someone needs to help us on that a lot. Maybe I'm a bit behind, but there you go. I got Geordie saying Kraft versus Adama Traore. There's going to be one winner tomorrow, my guy. I mean, what do you think of Emil Kraft? For me, I just don't rate him. What do you think of him?
He has this game that he is defensively okay, but going forward, he brings now. So. Yeah. And the problem is, like, you cannot blame him because he is actually a player who puts 100% in, maybe 110% in, but it's just not enough, you know. Even though he is putting the real graft in, but yeah, it's not for Newcastle. For Newcastle, it's not good enough, basically.
No, I don't rate
we have serious problems there, and I prefer Makiro over Kraft any day.
Yeah,
maybe even Yetlin for his speed, but
yeah, I agree with you, man. I mean, if you give us a marks out of 10 for Kraft sort of thing over the season, I'll give him a 0 out of 10 because he's just not good enough for Newcastle United.
John, you give everyone a 0 out of 10. Come on.
No. Listen, I'll praise them. If they do well, I'll praise them. If they don't deliver, then, you know, I'll sometimes give like a 2 or 3 out of 10 as well, sort of thing, but I just don't really. I watched Kraft. I used to play with Bologna in Serie A because I love Italian football, sort of thing. It's bang average. And everyone, when you've got everyone keep on saying he's the Swedish Cafu, everyone thinks could be the next best thing.
What?
I just sat back and just say, you know what? You carry on. I said my bit.
So you must be hating Romelu Lukaku, I guess, right? You must be hating him.
Lukaku's out this season.
He's a legend, man. He's a legend. I like it. Have you seen that game versus AC Milan?
Yeah. I watched.
And he said to Zlatan, I love Zlatan though.
Yeah.
Fellow countryman of Emil Kraft, crazy enough, but he said. Who is the king? Who's in something in Italia? Who's the king now? Or because Zlatan said he was the legend and Lukaku scored goals, and he said, "Who's the king?" Like, and Zlatan later. That's also respect to Zlatan. He said, "Okay, he did great. He was better than me." Massive respect to Romelu.
Wow! I'll tell you what. Also, that game last week on Sunday, Lukaku outstanding. Those two and Lautaro, magnificent again. And Zlatan's still doing the business, man, in AC Milan.
I quote now, I want Inter Milan to win the league.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Juve fan, and we're not going to win it this season.
What? You're a Juve fan, come on, man. Because of the colours.
Juventus. I mean, listen, I should have gone to Italy last year. I only been once last year because of COVID. Sort of. I've been to Italian games. I've been to Derby. I've been to Naples. I've been to Milan. Went to Rome.
Should I tell you my Italian team?
Oh, go on.
Because I have loads of friends in Palermo. I support Palermo.
Yeah.
I've been to games from Palermo, but yeah, they have been relegated because of corruption and mafia involvement and blah blah blah. They've been down to the third league or whatever. But like Palermo has really great shirts, and the town is amazing, man. Sicily is the best in my opinion.
I've never done Sicily, but I was going to go to Sicily last year, but unfortunately, because of the COVID stuff that's going on, if I'm going to go to Italy this year, I hope they're going to go to Sicily this year. If I can do that, that'd be great. I mean, if I can do a match there,
Mate, if you are there, I can hook you up with some nice people there. They take you to the stadium and everything. And maybe if you go, I can go there as well.
please
I
don't.
I show you around in Palermo.
Let me know when you're going, right, around later in the year, right? Find out what days you're going to go, and I'll come and meet you. Yes?
I'm flexible, mate. I travel a lot, so no worries about that.
So it's in Italian. If you said like beautiful city, I said bella città. Bella città. That means beautiful city. So
Okay.
a little bit of time, not a lot, but that's for another day.
I think Adam asked a question, right? Do you think we stay up? I think.
Yeah. I missed that one. For me personally, I don't think we will because you haven't got the capital. But these next four games will tell us where we're gonna go because we've got to play. We've got to play West Ham after Wolves next week. Then we've got to play Villa. Then we've got to play Brighton. Those 4 games will tell us where we're gonna go.
I think we'll stay up though. In the end, I still have some faith because I was last week on the fan reaction show with 40, and he said maybe it's better if you go down. I'm not sure if you watched it or whatever. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, he said like maybe it's better we go down because we actually will sell the club, and I will take 2 years in championship or whatever. I understand his point. Don't get me wrong, but I don't agree with it because you want your team to be performing on the highest level.
Yeah,
even though you have a shit management and a shit owner.
Yeah, the thing is,
everyone watches the Premier League, right? So everyone over the world watches the Premier League, and I'm proud of that my team is performing on that stage. But the way we perform sometimes is laughable, but still, it's my club and I support it. But like, because you know where we're capable of, right? We got a good crowd, we got a good amount of support. We got probably the best fans in, I wouldn't say Europe, but especially in England, we have the best crowd, best supporters group, and maybe even the loudest and loyalist as well. And that to go to the championship is not possible for me. So that's why I say I would never take relegation again.
True, definitely not. I mean, for me, as a Newcastle fan, I agree with you. I want to stay up. I don't want to say like, oh, we best go to the championship, just give it a Ashley. No, I want to be in the Premier League, the highest possible. I agree with you either way, because the Premiership is the place to be. And if you get relegated, it'll be hard to get back up again.
Yes, you probably achieved that Ashley sells up, and definitely not for 350 million quid.
Yeah,
not at all. But then what? We have him out. You never know who's coming in. It's still uncertain. It's not like if we are a championship team and we stay 1 year in championship, and Ashley is thinking like, okay, this is gonna be costing me more money than it actually makes me money. He maybe sells it to anyone, maybe even worse than Ashley. I don't know if it's possible, but anyway, like you don't know who's coming in. That's the point I'm trying to make. And who says this person want to pump him a lot of money, knowing it maybe never come back? So I don't know, man. It's a difficult one for me.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I'll just go through this message very quickly. I mean, George, for both Fanny Wake Up and Zach Bruce, who would you like to be replacing with? I've seen some mention Carl Robinson for Oxford United and Eddie Howe from used to be at Bournemouth. I mean, would you take either of those two? Carl Robinson? I don't know if you heard of him. Have you heard of Carl?
No, I don't, but I've heard of Eddie Howe for sure. But
yeah, Eddie Howe.
There's actually someone else I would replace him with. You may know him as well. There's only one person who can take the job now from Steve Bruce. That's Sam Milliner.
Who?
You know Sam Milliner. Sam Milliner.
Right. Where is he from?
He's from Newcastle Fans TV. He speaks the most sense.
I tell you, yeah, I mean, I think you do a good job, man. I mean, I've got a technical issue here in a minute,
But
but
I love the fact that you said who. So okay, I'm gonna clip that out and say who him all the time.
yeah, I just had a bit of a technical issue there, but yeah, I tell you, he'll do a good job as well, man. Sort of thing. I take him all day long, and then I got Paul said they won't come. I'll go for this because I'm going to lose all the messages. Steve said, lads, we have the roll up our sleeves tomorrow and neat, that's for sure. Anyone how the Birkin did you say? Or not with Birkin. Thomas said, Steve, you're more like a roll up your sleeves, cut and pork and blind butchers. Steve, roll down his sleeves and get lost. Jim said, I have John. Yeah, Newcastle, me first love. My talent team is Juve, Celtic. It's the Scottish team. So for me, Newcastle all the way through. Holly said, love the positive Brandon. GM said, Joe Little or John Linton.
I've seen that coming before.
Yeah.
On the last video.
Yeah. She keeps goes with John Linton and everyone keeps on because it's what it is.
So what's the story about this? Because I haven't catched up on your story. Why they call you John Linton?
There's a show called The Four Horsemen of the Toon on Monday night with the two of you, myself, Proudluck, and sometimes Sharky and sometimes Barry, right? Well, okay. Paul asked the question, how much do you think it'll be worth now if we were to sell John Linton? And I said 50, I said, if you're not going to get 50 million pound. And I got slated for that because I mentioned 15 million pound. So what they've done, they keep on calling John Linton because they've been on with Joe Linton. Right. I'm not a Joe Linton fan. I'm not a Joe Linton fan at all. So
he said it on record now, everyone. He's not a Joe Linton fan.
John Linton. Not Joe Linton, John Linton.
But, John, just a small question, right? So on this show that you said that you got slated for this, was this also the moment that people were offended to you on social media and calling you names? And
yeah, what happened was, I mean, there's a guy, I mean, he said about Jamal Lewis. He said that it's not Jamal Lewis's fault for the second goal. As I tried to explain to myself, look, it was not his fault, right? He should have been marking Dan James. He left him alone, right? But he kept on saying, oh, it's been deflected, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, it wasn't his fault. And he said the R word, which I will not mention on here. You heard it before. And I posted up plan saying that I got a call of this sort of thing. I got about 150 likes on that. And they all stood up for us as well. People say block him. People say report him. Well, to his account again, I couldn't find it. He must have either deleted his account or he must have blocked it. But we don't go around saying the R word, right, on social media. It's a horrible word to say, right? And for me, that should be banned on Twitter.
Right. Well, I would just like to point out to people, like, really, like, I would like to take a stand here. Like, I hate it if, like, okay, you can have banter and not agree with people, but calling people names on social media, especially for you, for example, you're such a likable lad, in my opinion. And, like, I hate it to see people getting bullied in a way, because they have a different opinion than someone else. Mm-hmm. Who are they? Who are we? We are just here speaking our own opinion. We never say we are experts, never. If people do, though, I don't relate to this because I'm definitely not an expert, and a lot of people would now say I'm not, and I totally agree with it. I just speak my mind and I give my opinion, and that's what it's all about. If you don't like what we say, don't watch or give a dislike or whatever, so we can still get interaction from you. But like, I hate it if people try to bully other people because they're so bored in their own life, maybe because of COVID or whatever. But like, don't call people names. You can disagree, that's no problem. But man,
you know what
I really hate it if people call you names. So instead of calling John names, call me names.
Exactly. Well said, man. No, honestly, man. I've got some comments on that as well, man, especially from Holly in a minute. So I'll read his comments out very, very quickly there. But you are right. I mean, you don't need people on our social networks. We just don't need that at all. For me, if they're going to do that, I ban them. You know what I mean? That's why they should get their ID sort of thing, get license number or driver's license. And then that way, if he calls names on that, they know who it is and they can ban them. So I've got Holly again. Ali, hope you're okay. Spot on. Would never take relegation, even if you did get rid of Ashley. Never. No way. Big Sam from Nftv, according to Lee. I've got poor 20 quid for Joe Linton. James, I'm right in thinking it was Geordie in the comments who started off John Linton on the Toon review. Yeah, he's one of them. He's definitely, and also Chip Pass as well. So I've got Tom, so Bruce Suit. I've got Holly again, discussing people using no like facts. Everyone's allowed an opinion.
Just coming back to that really quickly though, John. Sorry to interrupt you, but as well, people who send death threats to Steve Bruce. Okay, you cannot agree with him and say he's a bad manager or whatever, but sending to him death threats and whatever, it's also a disgrace, man. I'm also don't agree now on Steve Bruce being a manager of Newcastle, but sending this man death threats or whatever, or threatening him in some kind of way, it's pathetic, and you're just a fucking loser for doing that. Really,
you're right, mate.
I think you would agree with that, like.
100%, man, 100%.
Even you don't agree with his tactics or whatever, like leave the man alone, man. He's still a Geordie. He's still a man. Even if he was not a Geordie, he's still a human. He has family. Leave the man alone. It comes to some point that it has to cut down, you know.
You know what it is, right? You're absolutely right there. I mean, we don't know Steve Bruce is not my guy, but for me, no one, and I mean no one, deserves death threats. No one deserves to be abused on our networks. We don't want that. We don't need that. If you do that, and if you get caught, you should be up on the charge for that, my guy. Honest to God. Get them in charge. Sorry, but it ain't on. Got tons of abuse out. Holly, I've already read that. She's absolutely right. George, hit the like button if you hit. Now say that. Geordie, he has, and subscribe from Tom. Jason, spot on, Brandon. John's a legend on the top bloke, but we all knew he lies about not liking John Linton, and he's hiding behind that door.
Well, I have to say though, I have to say about it, like, Jason, you're right, because John in the backstage before we went live on the stream, he said he loved Joe Linton, and he even cut his hair secretly. So John gave Joe Linton a haircut. So
I'll give him a
haircut. He's lying. John is lying now.
Oh man, baby. You know what it is, son? Listen, you might not be a good footballer, but my God, so if I take things to the right way. You know what I mean? If Paul was on me chat sort of thing, the Toon reviews on me chat, then believe you and me, it ran us up wickedly, but there you go. Tom said, get John's 500 subs. Thanks very much, Thomas. I want to get it by the weekend sort of thing. I've got some big ones. I got an interview one on Sunday. Fingers crossed I can get her on. If I do, that'd be amazing. And I've got Holly again. The fans have every right to criticize Bruce's first tactics, etc. But nobody should get personal. He is still a person with feelings. I'm totally right. She's right. She's bang on the money. And one thing I will
a lot of times, but
I know. One thing I'll say to you, Brandon, right? I mean, Alex Bruce, he's the one who went on to Talk Sport Radio, right? And he's saying to Jim White on Talk Sport, and he basically said that Steve Bruce got abusive, got all these death threats sort of thing. You know, do you think, and again, a lot of people saying he shouldn't have come on the radio and said this. He should have gone to the police if Bruce was getting death threats. Do you think the guys are right?
What's police gonna do? Well, at least for me in the Netherlands, police not gonna do anything about death threats over the radio or over social media. I think it's better to mention it out in the media, like he did. But then again, like, I hope to believe though that the people who do this on social media are giving them death threats never go into action, if you know what I mean. They never take. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I mean,
my English isn't that great though sometimes,
but like I said, you're right. I mean, the fact at the end of the day, I mean, I'm getting people saying they should have gone to the police, but I can see where you're coming from. Like, but like I said, no one, and Holly, I agree with Holly, sort of thing. No, she get personal. He's still a person with feelings, and we know he's a crap manager. But believe you me, no one deserves to be abused. No one, and that's from kids to older people. Thomas says, John, I think I hear your doorbell. I think it's the Pro Basics monkey with that rose. And I got Jordy there. I I'll be honest, he met Bruce in the past and he all comes across as a decent person. But in terms of football, he hasn't got a clue. And that's on Geordie. Please smash the likes up on my channel. Subscribe to Brandon as well. Subscribe on his Twitter account. And also, please subscribe to my channel as well. I've got a new
Actually, a lot of people should subscribe and take a membership on my OnlyFans account.
Yeah. And it's hard. I mean, the thing is, though, I started this off in January for what was that, a month or so? I thought I wasn't going to make it. And then when I came back on early December from the Leeds guy, I thought, wow, it's taken off 500 people nearly, and I'm so proud of that. And Steve, I went from your letters to death threats in the space of a week.
John, just a quick question though. Have you already found out what Sam was commenting on a few videos when Liam was live with you? Have you already found out what is the walrus?
Right, I've got technical issues again. Can you say that again, please? You said it a bit fast as well, and you got technical. Is that a question?
Do you remember what Sam were saying on the comments as well? When Liam was on your live show, he said, Liam, the walrus care. Do you already? Did you already found out what is the walrus?
Yeah.
Okay, good one.
Listen, I mean, he's coming back on my show on Sunday because I'm going to chat to him about the van review against Wolves on Sunday. I tried to get him on Saturday night, but obviously be a bit tired, sort of thing. But I'll definitely get him on Sunday because Liam, for me, I like Liam. He talks sense. He talks sense for me, and
he also talks a lot of shit, but
yeah. What it was, he wants to come on my channel sort of thing. I said, you know what, yeah, or if anyone's coming on my channel sort of thing, yeah, the door's always open.
Right.
You know why? Because I want to interact with the fans, and the fans to me is important, and the close to my channel, which I think is cool. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I was going to say, what do you think for tomorrow's game against Wolves? Who do you think should
score prediction? I thought you wanted to ask the score prediction.
Sorry. I was going to say against Wolverhampton Wanderers, so we're playing tomorrow, and who you should watch out for tomorrow for Wolves? Who's going to be our danger men? Their danger men.
Neto, and Traore, and Jimenez. I rate Jimenez pretty high. I liked a lot from Mexico. I think he's still dangerous. So for me, Neto, Jimenez, and Traore.
Yeah,
and I'm scared about thinking that Traore would go on about Kraft if he's playing.
He's in for a hard time tomorrow, Kraft. I really do. I really do think he's in for a hard time tomorrow because if you're going to get something out of the game, our fullback's got to be on point. I mean, Jamal Lewis, listen, I like Jamal Lewis. I really do. Under a different manager, this is only my opinion, under a different manager, I think he'd be absolutely quality. But I don't think Steve Bruce is coached him right.
I think it's a fair point what someone else made. I don't even know on the comments or I don't know where it was said though, but someone mentioned that Jamal Lewis was doing great when he was playing for Norwich when Tim Krul was there, and Tim Krul was being like a focal goalkeeper, right, and being loud all the time. And Martin Dubravka is also loud and vocal as well. While Darlow isn't that much.
No.
Like Dubravka and Krul are a little bit more leader, and maybe can coach him a little bit more and cheer him on instead of Darlow does. So maybe if Dubravka's playing, or Lewis starts to play better as well. So I'm curious if that is really the case. If it's the case, I'm happy to see Dubravka coming in and see Lewis perform better as well. We'll see. We will have to find out. We'll probably find out this week, but
yeah,
it makes some sort of sense, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on Dubravka being a leader and vocal. You're absolutely right, and Tim Krul at the time. But Carl Darlow isn't vocal at all. He's a good keeper, but he's not vocal. He doesn't shout. And the thing with Darlow as well, he doesn't punch it out strong enough. I like my goalkeepers. You know, when you punch it in the air so the player don't get a tap in, right? Also, you spoon it out as well. Dubravka does that, and Dubravka does that all the time. And
should I give you another option as well, John? You can also just catch the ball. What's wrong with that?
Nothing, no, wrong. Yeah, definitely. You can catch a ball, great. Yeah,
Much more safe, man. But Dala would never catch a ball from a corner kick or a set piece or whatever.
Don't he? You know what I mean? And they get a tap in.
Even though when you think, like, sometimes I had it when I was watching the game. Like, I think, okay, he's gonna catch the ball, whatever, and shoot it forward. He just boxes it. He boxes it out.
He does.
I'm like, why? Why? You can just catch him on away.
Yeah. I mean, that's strange. I mean, great shot stopper, but when it comes to physical side, it's just he looks a bit thin as well, doesn't he? He's not muscly in, so he doesn't budge him out the way, and I've noticed that in him as well. But listen, he's been great for half the season, Darla. He's done well this season for me. But
John, if you go through the comments, just bear me a sec, and I go to the toilet real quick because I'm drinking some beer and. Listen, from the watch along, I learned from my previous watch along that I have to turn off my mic because one time I left it on. So, is that okay for you?
Yeah, you go for it. I'll show me the watch. I'll show me the comments yet.
Okay.
I'll wait for you for the comments. Yeah, just Brandon's just going to the water closet there. I mean, yeah, he's a great guy, and you know, he's passionate. He's passionate about the channels as well, and I think he's a great lad. And so please leave a comment sections down below. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, smash a likes up on my video and subscribe to my channel. I need another 10 more to make it 500. So just talking about various things from booths and the players as well. And I got one in from Geordie. I'll read it out when Brandon comes back. So I've got some shows lined up for tomorrow night for the watch along with the two of you. And on Sunday, I'm getting a special guest on my chat as well, which is absolutely amazing. I don't know who I know it is, but I hope I'm going to get her on as well. She's very popular as well. And also I'm going to do the fans reaction as well after the match as well. I'm going to do like a bit on a Saturday and a bit on a Sunday. So I'm going to get the fans' view as well on the game. So yeah, it should be quite a few projects on me as well, so I'm looking forward to it as well. So yeah, if you haven't watched me earlier video of Holly, can you please go back to the video and for the press conference reaction as well. So, and here comes my guy, and Brandon is back.
Yeah, I just grabbed another beer as well, which is from the fridge.
Nice.
Sorry, man.
That's fun.
What is Geordie saying?
You deserve it. So I just got Geordie saying about. She asked me. I don't. I've got lastly energy drink there. I've got Jamal.
Yeah, I saw you don't drink.
I don't drink at all. Nah, I don't drink, don't smoke, never touch drugs.
Come on, are you sure about that? Like,
100%.
Beer is the greatest drink ever. Is.
Yeah. Well, obviously,
plus it makes you feel a little bit funny as well. Some now and then.
Well,
besides the taste great.
I know what it's like when people drink stuff and they're totally different. But at the end of the day, look, I never tried it, so I don't know. So, wow,
you're great the way you are, man. So you don't need any alcohol or whatever. So,
thank you very much, man. So do you, man. And look after your wife if you got one. I got Geordie here. Jamal Lewis did well at Norwich last season. Newcastle, he's never really lived up to expectations. That's Geordie regarding Jamal Lewis. What's your take on that one?
Sorry. Jamal Lewis is very well. Was linked to Liverpool. He's came to Newcastle. Yeah. He starts to play better. The last couple of weeks, he starts to brighten up a bit, but still, I think defensively, it's not what we're looking for. I guess, right?
Yeah.
For example, Jethro Willems is much better, even maybe as well, attacking wise. Not because I know already Lee would say, yeah, he's Dutch, that's why you prefer Jethro Willems. No, I prefer Jethro Willems because he's more dangerous going forward, and defensively he's much better as well. And I think his positioning is better as well. It's man marking and everything.
I mean, he's a decent player. He really is until he had that nasty injury sort of games against Chelsea. And sad because he was doing fantastic. I love the guy. Holly said, good points about Lewis. They play better with Rebecca. Holly, I have to agree with you there. Steve, John, it's John Linton down Bristol waiting for ASMR massage from you after the show. just I can't seem to get in touch.
John, just a small question. What is an ASMR massage?
You know what it is, right? I'll keep saying
No. Seriously, I don't.
I don't know.
I-
I don't know. I don't know what ASMR is. I don't know. Unless someone tweet us, I don't know.
So why are you laughing about the comment?
No, because that ASMR keeps coming up all the time, so we all laugh at it anyway.
All right. Well, then Steve has to explain what is ASMR then.
Yeah, I had to get on them. The best to do, probably the best one to tell that sort of thing. Steve, breaking news.
It's amazing though. Comments on our live videos. It's amazing.
Thank you, man. It's the thing is though, you have to have a laugh as well, sort of thing. You need
right. I know. I totally agree. Besides that, just touching a little bit on the bullying thing that happened. Like, I'm all for having banter with each other. Like I love banter for sure, and I give other people banter as well. But there's a line that you shouldn't cross when you go to insulting, and and sometimes it's a fine line as well. But
wow, yeah. Right, but listen, at the end of the day, I mean, I look at some channels as well, and some are a bit boring, but listen, end of the day, you need to keep the people entertained. So it's going to be 2-1 to Newcastle, called it even. Darlow may not be big and built. He can take a hit and stay strong, unlike Joe Linton, who is built like a force, yet the slightest tap, and he's doing Lionel Boone. How is a guy his size an easy target? The guy is 6'2", right? And he fouls over, and
But I think it's just in your physics. If you look to Slimani, when we had him, or even Slimani's whole career, he was always injury prone as well.
Yeah.
A little bit the same as well with Carroll.
Definitely. The thing is, though, right, at the end of the day, I mean, Slimy, right, when he first came, he hardly played games, didn't he? Mind you, did an assist. He did an assist for, I think it was Matt Ritchie's girl for the win against Arsenal. So I got Tom here. It's embarrassing. We know we lost to Oxford, Rochdale, and Newport. That's in the FA Cup. James said should have signed Metro Williams.
Metro
Williams.
I think good one, actually.
And then Ollie said, I love Jeffo. And Holly again, ASMR is where you talk quietly into a mic. There you go. There's the answer. And Eves, I have to agree, Jeffo should have been brought in. Jeffo was a quality player, but apparently, I'm not being funny, the reason we didn't get Jeffo, I don't know if it's true or not, because there's new rules coming in when you have to play certain games before you can come and join us.
Okay.
That's what I was told, because they got new rules there. So I said about Holly, and yeah, Ethan's got Steve, ASMR, autonomous
sensory meridian response.
Now we know what it is now. Thank you very much. Thank you.
But Jethro is out of contract as well in the summer.
Yes, he is. I mean, for Eintracht Frankfurt,
and he's been flirting sort of with Newcastle. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see, but I love him back. I'd definitely love to have him back. But if he's going to come back, Lewis, he's has to have a tough medical as well to see about that knee.
Yeah. But maybe we can turn Lewis into a right back.
Yeah, could be. As a new role, sort of thing, But I've never seen him play right back. But he's left-footed, so I can't see it. But you never know.
That shouldn't have to matter, though.
Yeah, maybe may get a tune of him. You just never know. And never seen it. I said, no, John, that's only for young players. That's even 9. Surely Jeffo would be class on a 3. How old is he now? Is he 27 now? Isn't he? He's 27.
I think he's around my age, Yeah. But I think he also wants to come back to Newcastle as well. And I don't know. I've seen some interviews in the Netherlands that he's convincing other Dutch players, sort of like Wijnaldum, who is almost out of contract as well at Liverpool. I think he tries to gather a group to maybe come to Newcastle, all of them. Of course, Newcastle have to still pay the fee. But imagine Wijnaldum and Jethro Willems coming back. That would be crazy.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
You know how much that would improve our squad massively, and then Wilson on top. If you can play Wijnaldum on a 10, left back Willems and Wilson in front, and ASM on the left.
I think I see what you mean, man. But I think Ronaldo has been watched by Barcelona as well.
Yeah, because of Ronald Koeman and Frankie de Jong. I know, but I think Gini is a genuine guy. Like he just goes where his heart is. Really, Gini is not really the player who goes after the money because he's already loaded.
That's the thing. Exactly. And if you want to come to Newcastle, so you just play for the love of the club, not for the money. I got Ethan Man as well. I play right back from my club, but I think a fullback should be able to play both sides, just like wingers. It shouldn't make too much difference. I agree. Jason said Jeffo would be able to mentor Jamal and turn him into a much better player. I have to agree there because he can learn. And if he could take over, I think we could get Gini. But would Gini want to come back to Newcastle? But Barcelona wants him as well. So,
well, we haven't done him any harm. Like he left on a good note, sort of. Well, I know sometimes give him stick, but going to Liverpool from Newcastle, I think as a professional footballer and you're not really biased, you will do it as well. Right?
Totally agree. But at the end of the day, sort of thing, he's been great. He's been scoring goals at home, but he just cannot score away from home. But I can remember he scored 4 goals against Norwich in a 6-2 win. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. But for Liverpool, he does score a lot of goals because he's in midfield 3, so he changed his game a bit. So yeah. So I was going to say I've got another 10 minutes or so. I've been over an hour, sort of thing,
John, and a question for you: like, what is before you go to Steve? What's your score prediction for tomorrow?
What's my prediction for tomorrow?
Aye.
Well, depends on the lineup, but I like us to win. I mean, my heart says it's going to be a draw, but I think we lose by 2-0. And I'll tell you why you're going to lose 2-0, because I think the Wolves winger's going to do us. Our fullback's going to be done. And they got William Jose. He's still a good player, William Jose. But him and this is going to be a huge miss for Wolves. But William Jose, I still think he's a quality player. He's doing well at Real Sociedad. But at the end of the day, I still think he's a good player. I mean, I spoke to a Wolves fan yesterday, and they seem to like him. They quite like him. And holds the ball up the player, gets involved. But it's going to be tough, But if Wolves play 3 centre halves, it depends who plays up front. I mean, we've got to find out who's tomorrow. What do you think is going to be tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, going on like the past results in the history of Newcastle versus Wolves, I would say a draw because that's most likely. So I would definitely take. Well, okay, I want to see a few goals. So let's go like 1-1. I would say 1-1, and I think it's okay to take. But we definitely have to win Brighton and West Brom, actually, and maybe get a point from Aston Villa as well. I think that will make us give us 8 points. That should secure us, I think.
Yeah, man.
But that would be the most positive result. But I think if we can get 6 points out of these 4 games, we're still in the race to stay up. But how do you rate Neto? Actually, I'm curious how you rate Neto.
How do I rate Neto? Yeah.
Sorry?
I have to agree with you, mate, because I take 6 points from 4 games any time of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we need. If we can get this, that'd be fine. And then Fulham, they got some tough games as well. They got to play Man City. They got to play Liverpool. They got to play Spurs, I think, as well. So those 3 games. And
Spurs in the window.
Yeah, Spurs are out of form, aren't they?
Spurs is for the taking.
Yeah, Spurs for the taking. Liverpool's for the taking as well. Liverpool's haven't been playing well, haven't they? Those last 3 games, 4 games, something like that. That's on Liverpool, man. That's on like Liverpool. But again, they definitely picked themselves up. But they're missing some big players. Virgil van Dijk's missing. Matip is missing. Gomez is missing.
But I think for tomorrow's games, actually, most important thing is you take out Neto.
Neto.
Yeah. I think if you take him out, you get this creativity out of the team, or not out, but you know what I mean. Like
Absolutely.
if Hayden can give him a tough time,
Yeah,
it will definitely benefit us.
you're right. Absolutely. Then you got Traore as well, mind. He's quick.
Ah, strong as well.
He is strong, some knocks,
Mate,
and
have you seen his arms and his legs?
yeah,
Like
he
it's
never does
insane,
the
man.
weight. He never does the weights. You know what I mean?
It's
Unbelievable.
it's smart.
Massive, huge. I got Steve Bruce saying, John Massad in the light, a 50p piece was thrown onto the pitch during the match. Sunderland's board are trying to make it decide if it's a miss or a tip over bid. Okay. Even said, can't fault him for leaving Newcastle, Liverpool top 10 club, or Newcastle in the championship. No, I jumped ship. Okay, fine. Paul says, in the news about Barcelona chasing Rodgers from Leicester. Really?
I don't think so, though, man. Why would they? They just have a new manager in, Ronald Koeman.
Koeman, aye. But I
don't.
I think Koeman would be gone in the summer, to be quite honest with you, my guy. He'd be gone. Close to enough.
I don't think so. I think Barcelona really trust on his ability, and they like to build because they have a loads of young players as well and talent in the club. I think they want Koeman to work with these players, and I think Barcelona expect to win the title again in 2 or 3 years. They just see it as an investment for now.
Yes, just leaving that. I got Alex Swell or Joke Steve Thomas. Can't wait for the summer window. Well, there's no point in that. Doesn't happen. Thomas, just give it a players. Bit of like Grealish fancy had chances since that injury. We the last 4 games. Thomas, we won't have to get rid of the players. They will walk. He's right. And Jason, Neto and Torre will destroy Kraft as he starts. I don't like playing players out of position, but I will start Murphy right back to Mashton for Pierce. Do you agree with that one?
Yeah, because he has a lot more speed than Kraft.
Yes, he has. And Koeman's a good manager. They didn't expect him to come in and win trophy straight away.
Yeah, that's exactly what I tried to say.
Yeah, you mentioned that, didn't you? I was being a bit off about Koeman being away. I can't see Brendan Rodgers going to Barca yet. Mind you, he can speak Spanish, though. But we'll see what happens on that one. So
I don't see it happening at all, really. Because Koeman is a Barcelona legend, and they're, even though besides their fans, they're a club with some charism.
Yeah,
like they like to have all players in and doing things for them and being as a manager and everything. I can never see Rodgers being a manager there. Like,
no,
I think they will stick with Koeman. They love Koeman. He speaks Spanish. He's a club legend. I don't see him moving. Plus, it's like exactly as Ethan was saying.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. I thought he was going to be honest with, but maybe I'm wrong, sort of thing. I think give him another chance there. But going back to this one, from Jason, I'm worried about tomorrow. Those 2 guys, Neto or Traore, they are going to destroy fullbacks tomorrow.
Do you think Makio will play instead of Kraft? Because he's just started training today. I don't think so, no? Right?
Nah, he's still out. He won't be playing. And rumours that Brendan Rodgers is a contender for the Barca job. I cannot see it happening, though. Not yet. I don't think he'll leave Leicester. I don't think he will. And Rodgers' project is Leicester. Is that Leicester? He has him.
Sorry?
He's there at Leicester for quite a while because he seems to be doing a good job at Leicester. I can't see that. I can't see him walking away for Leicester yet.
They're a good side as well, so why would he leave? It's
exactly.
They're a good side, so he probably get good wages as well. So
yeah, he's been back properly. He's back to the hilt and happy days. So yeah, I'm going to give you another couple more minutes, because I've got to get to work in the morning. At
same for me, mate. Same for me. I have to work as well tomorrow.
What time do you start in the morning?
It's just a weekend job, so I start 7:30 Dutch time. So that's like 6:30 in UK.
Nice. Good for you, man. I've got Ethan again. Brendan Rodgers will not fit in the Barca. Barca have a certain character about them, and for philosophy about them. I think Barca should stick with him and then get Xavi afterwards. Xavi, future Barca coach.
I don't
know. Well, he's a Barca legend, but
I like Ronald Koeman more, but maybe I'm biased. But
no, that's fair enough. Fair enough. My guy, that's good to say. Well, listen. Well, thanks so much for coming on there, Brandon. And I was going to ask a question before I let you go. Do you think Newcastle stay up this season? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. These 4 games to tell us where we're going to be, and after 4 games, then I should make a decision there. But a minute,
maybe I'm totally turned around after these coming 4 days games. But
you never.
For now, I would say yes, because the way we played the last couple of weeks, it's much more positive, you know. And I think against these weaker sides, if Steve has the balls finally to play this type of football we played the last couple of weeks, I see us picking up points, and that way probably see us staying up. So
yeah, fingers crossed. And I'll just
and also, also an important point as well is, when does Callum Wilson come back? Is it 6 weeks, 8 weeks? If it's the most positive case, he can definitely mean something to Newcastle still. Yes. So that really depends on it as well.
Yeah, the sooner we get him back, the better, sort of thing. And definitely one more as well. I haven't talked to you about Graham Jones. Has he made a difference, Graham Jones?
Well, all of a sudden, since Graham Jones came in, we played more attacking football, and we had some sort of a tactic. Apart from his changing skills of Steve Bruce, I don't think Graham Jones had much to say about the changes made in the game. But all of a sudden, we look like we're more attacking. So let's say the least. It's definitely funny that when Graham Jones came in, we play more attacking and promising football. So that says something, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he first came in, he made a difference against Everton, and then after that, he basically told him to shut up, sort of thing, be a less sort of thing, which I think is wrong. But Graham Jones made a difference, and if Bruce does get the sack, I have no problem with Graham Jones coming in till the end of the season.
Thank you, Ollie.
And Holly, there, good show, guys. Good night, and definitely see you on Sunday. Definitely on Friday.
What do you think of Graham Jones?
I think for me, I think he's done a cracking job coming in. He's made a difference. Come in and try to play more expansive football. He's told Bruce apparently to play Miguel's a 10 role, and he's the one who's shouting to players and telling them where they can against Everton. It was like him managing Newcastle, not Bruce.
Have you seen that photo? Maybe you saw it.
Yeah.
That Steve Bruce was talking to something, and you see Graham Jones like, what the fuck? Like, when someone came in, like, he probably told something totally different to this player, and Steve Bruce comes in and he hears what Steve Bruce is saying to this player, and he's like, "The fuck you on about?"
I mean, he's putting Bruce's nose out of a joint, really, sort of thing. Bruce didn't like it at all whatsoever, sort of thing. And Graham Jones is doing all this and that sort of thing. It was him managing, not Bruce. But for me, I mean, he's making a difference whether they like it or not. Bruce's styles. Steve Bruce would not play that tactic against Everton. We would have lost that game. So, it is. I'll go through this comments very, very quickly. Don't get us off away. And back to Ethan, if you had to recommend a place to go to Netherlands, what would you recommend to go? Where would you recommend to go? It's got to be Amsterdam, sure.
You're a fucking madman. You're going to Amsterdam. You're crazy. You have to come to my hometown. It's Amsterdam in small. Alkmaar. You have to come to Alkmaar. It's way less touristic. We have also coffee shops. We have red light districts. But it's all way more smaller, and it's more like a village sort of thing, and it's not so much tourist. So I would always say, come to my hometown, Alkmaar. It's much more better, and the prices are way lower as well instead of Amsterdam. You don't pay for the fucking beer €5. You just pay €2, €2.50. Much better.
There you go. Ethan, you got your answer, buddy lad.
You got your answer, Ethan.
And then got yours an extra show tonight, lads. Enjoy the match. Thank you very much, Jordy. Have a good night. FE1. Jason, Brandon, will it go down to the final game or not? If not, how many points do you think we need to be safe?
I like to believe, though, that we don't have to go through the Fulham game to stay up. Because before that, we also play Sheffield, who are probably relegated by that time. So it depends on how they will play. If they feel like they're already relegated, they play like whatever and maybe get an odd result against us. But I think if we can pick up out of these 4 games, these famous 4 games, if we can pick 7 points, I feel much more confident, actually. Also, if I look at the fixtures of Burnley, Brighton, and Fulham. But if we pick only 3 points here or two points in the next 4 games, we're doomed, really.
Fair enough. And let's hope we get enough points for us to stay up. And we don't want to go to the Fulham game needing to win. And we've got Steve Gaines, Grace Shaw Youngins, Paul said Norman will be fired at the end of the season. Norman will be
I have to say to Steve Bruce, though, can I comment to Steve Bruce? If he's looking for a right back, just give me a call for next week. I'll be down.
Okay. I think you did a good job, my guy. And then you got Cuban Sort. And then I've got Jay. Where are you from, Brandon? Alkmaar. You're from Alkmaar, right?
The Netherlands, yes. Alkmaar, the Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Yeah, there's your answer, Jay. And Ben LD, thanks for coming on the show. Great show, so is John. If we stay up, where, in your opinion, do you think we need to improve on the pitch? Well, for me,
everywhere.
Improve up front. We need 2 strikers. We need 2 midfielders. We need a right back. Definitely need a right back. Maybe it's 2. And left back, we might be covered. A left back, we might be just okay on that. But for me, we need a midfield with legs. We need an attacking midfielder as well. And we need about 6-7 players, Ben, if I'm honest with you, to know what I mean. I'm not going to lie. We need to change that team and start again, even if we do stay up. I'll probably keep about 4 or 5 of them. The rest can go.
Can I touch up on that, though, John, on you? I think we have to invest as well in the youth academy and in the youngsters. Like, we have some talent in our under 23s.
Anderson.
And Anderson, we got Watts as well. He's probably on loan, I think, actually. But we got loads of things, actually.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Like,
we have loads of talent in the club, but it seems like Steve Bruce is not interested about it.
I know. I mean, he just loves to spawn Joe Shelvis and Joe Linton too much. Do you know what I mean? And Jeff Hendrick.
Or Jeff Hendrick,
exactly.
There you go.
I mean, but what can you say? That's a good question there, Ben. Good question there. I've got Jason there next week. Brandon, you're starting tomorrow, mate.
Yeah. I'm doing the watch along, I think, together with Adam and Carl, if I'm not mistaken. After that, I don't do any more videos. I'm not invited to do any more videos, but doesn't matter. Cool. We have got loads of other people to do other videos, so that's fine. And probably are speaking more sense than me.
Yeah. Fair enough. I've got Jason again. John Linton. It starts a lot of fun too. Well, God, no, I hope he doesn't.
Wait, I think we will make a great combination. Me as a right back, bringing in the crosses for you to head him in as a striker, as John Linton. I think it would be we probably do better. We probably do better now than what we have.
I know, you're right, but yeah, I mean, I feel to do a better job with John Linton, but
Steve is already calling for me.
I know. Dude, trying to get yourself over here. You can start against Wolves.
I take the first ferry out of Amsterdam. New worries. I'll be there tomorrow.
You do that, man. Still got time. They've got season. John Linton start off from tomorrow, so get yourselves to Newcastle. You can start planning. So I've gone through that. And he doesn't care about the kids like Anderson. Yeah, he brings the kids from work. Wow, that's a good point. Good point, baby.
But Willick was brought in to give Steve Bruce some more opportunities options as well. So I think he had to play Willock because otherwise, why bring Willock in? So
Too true. Too true. I mean, yeah, I like to see Willock get.
and Willock proved himself a bit as well already at Arsenal. So
Yeah, you're right. So there you go. And I'm going to leave the last one of Jason as well. Brandon whips it in. John Linton, bicycle kick, wins the 90 minute and wins again. Yeah.
That's it, mate. Game, set, match. There we go. Game, set, and match.
I'm definitely going to leave it at Nuert, but done over time, and so listeners, thank you for coming on, my guy. And the one question I ask you, I'm going to read this out first. Bison Kiegs, a halftime snack. Of course we will. One question I've got to ask you: did you enjoy coming on with Shuan and these? Did you enjoy it?
For sure, mate. I would definitely recommend other guests who might thinking about coming on. Just come on. John is a great lad. He has still a small YouTube channel, but I think it deserves at least 2 or 3, 4, maybe even close to what Newcastle Nftv has. He speaks sense. He speaks his opinion, and disagree with him all you want, but don't call people names, really. Yeah, so go on, John. Really, and if you ever want me back on the channel, give me a shout.
Do you know what? You're definitely welcome back on my channel anytime, mate. Just let us know, and I'll get you back on, my guy. You know what I mean? And just one more to Thomas Brandon Linton.
I don't wanna get combined with this name, really. I don't want to get impressed.
It's a bit of banter, mate. It's a bit of banter. But listen,
I know.
You're welcome to come on my channel anytime, my guy. Just let us know, and then we talk about it, and I definitely whack you on as well if you want to give the thumbs up. Thanks very much indeed. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your match, and all I can say to you, mate, thanks so much for coming on my channel, and let's do it again.
No worries. Any day.
You take care. See you later. Ta. Listen, that's brilliant, man. Thanks so much for my guy coming on, Brandon. Absolutely magnificent guy. And can you please subscribe to him? So please follow him on Twitter. And also, can you please subscribe to my channel as well and stick a like up. But listen, guys, I'm going to get myself away. But thanks so much for coming on. I've got good night for Thomas and good night from Geordie. And for me, it's definitely for good night for me. But until then, catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming on. And all you lot has been absolutely amazing. Ben, great stuff, John and Brandon. All the best of the weekend. Thanks so much, Ben. Thomas, night, Geordie. And it's night for me. Until then, guys, I shall see you guys tomorrow from Watch Along. Ta-ra.